So not too long ago, I was messaged on LinkedIn by a prospective student at my school, and she was basically asking me for any tips and tricks or any advice on how to get an internship because she saw that I had one on my LinkedIn profile. So I actually wrote up a lot of different tips and advice for her in response to her message. She literally responded with one word. I think it was thanks. I did all that, and that's all you have to say. It's okay, it's all good, but I still have what I wrote to her, and honestly I feel like this information, to me it's kind of well, duh, but I have to realize that everything is not as obvious to others as it may be to me, because I in particular am just very naturally career oriented. So I've already done a lot of research on this stuff, and most of it I already know. So I just thought, why not share the message that I sent to her with you so that I could potentially help you all in your internship search. So I'm going to be giving you guys some tips on how to get an internship. So let's get into that. Let me just start off by saying that a lot of employers prefer to hire or give positions to upperclassmen who have gone through a lot of the higher level classes and who are closer to graduating. So I do believe internship searches overall are more difficult for underclassmen, but it's still possible. I'm a sophomore and I got an internship, so it's definitely possible, but it is a little bit more difficult if you're not a junior or a senior. For underclassmen though, there are a lot of diversity programs which are very open to and even directed at underclassmen. I know Google has a diversity program for underclassmen, and so does, I think it was Microsoft. I think they had something too, but there are programs that are directed towards underclassmen specifically, so I would definitely try to look into those first if you're an underclassman. The first thing that employers see when you're applying to an internship is your resume. For that reason, it's very important to make sure that your resume is up to par. There's a lot of different stuff that goes into a resume. I actually do want to make a whole separate video going more in depth about that, but to make sure that it's up to par, you can probably visit your school's career center. I think most schools have one, and have your resume looked over. And another thing you can do is you can go online and try to find sample resumes. You can find sample resumes from universities. Harvard has a resume template. If Harvard came out with a resume template, then it must be good. So you can literally just look it up on their website, and the template is there for everybody to see. Or you can also look at people who have the positions that you want, and you can see how their resume looked before they got their internship or their job. You can find a lot of stuff like that on Reddit. Reddit is a very big source. They have a lot of people sharing their resumes on there, and you can probably find maybe on TikTok or other places. Those are very useful so that you can know what to put on your resume, how to format it. So the next tip I will give you guys is to apply early. A lot of internship applications, I guess more specifically for bigger companies, their applications will open up very early. I'm talking about a year in advance. For next summer internships, a lot of big companies will open up their applications this summer. By the time some people find out about these internship programs, the deadline's already passed because the application opened up and closed a year ago. So definitely, if you have a specific company that you really want to work for, if you're really into big companies, then I would highly recommend looking into it super early and making sure that you're on top of those deadlines, and making sure that you're aware of when the application opens so that you can be one of the first people to apply. That is also very important. You should also apply early, as in apply as soon as the application comes out, to increase your chances of hearing back from employers. These employers and these hiring managers, they're looking to fill positions quickly. They may pay more attention to the applications they receive within the first few days. I would say the first 72 hours is pretty good. Within a week of the application opening, if you catch it. That's why you gotta have those alerts on, on Handshake, LinkedIn. Those are two good places to find postings for jobs. Definitely have alerts on for the positions that you want. Say you're looking for a software engineering internship, you can literally set an alert on LinkedIn or Handshake, and they will email you every day letting you know of any new job posts. And the next tip I have is to apply to a lot of places, both big and small. If you have this dream internship that you really want, definitely put a lot of effort into that application, but don't just limit yourself to one or two companies. I've heard stories of people having to apply to over 100 places before they heard back from one. What can happen is you might not get your dream company on the first try, but if if you do get another internship, say like at a smaller company or just at another company, you will be able to put that on your resume. And when you put that on your resume and the next recruiting season comes around, that company, that dream company you wanted to work for, will look at your resume and see that you've had past experience, see that you've already had an internship under your belt. And I think that'll definitely make you more marketable to them than somebody who has never had an internship before. So yeah, don't just limit yourself. This is especially good if you're not, am I dancing? This is especially good if you're not exactly sure what position you want. Like for me, I'm a computer science major, and there's a lot of different fields in computer science, like data analytics, software engineering, cybersecurity, AI, all this other stuff. And I'm not exactly sure what I want to do yet. And the only way to truly figure that out is to broaden your horizons and, you know, try out different things and see what you like. So even if your first internship isn't exactly in the field that you want, that's okay. Honestly, I don't, you know, especially if it's paid and you can put it on your resume, and if you can't find anything else, honestly, I would, you know, it's better than nothing at the end of the day. So, and the last thing I would say is just to don't get discouraged by rejection, because you're gonna get a lot of it. You're definitely gonna get a lot of it. I've applied to a lot of places, and I have not been hearing back from a lot of them, and I'm applying for next summer. I already have one for this summer, but I've started applying for internships for next summer and fall, and honestly, like, I will have applied months ago, and they're emailing me now letting me know that I've been rejected, and I don't even remember applying to them. Rejection is normal. Everybody's gonna experience it. I think the best thing you can do is just be patient and try to figure out ways to work on your resume, make yourself more desirable to employers, make yourself more marketable. And I truly do think that your resume is a good way to get your foot into the door. And I can also make an advice video for technology majors who are looking for more technical internships, because I think there are a few things you can do based off your major that can help you out there. But yeah, those are some of the tips that I had for that person who reached out to me. These are some of the tips that I have for you guys. If I think of any more, maybe I'll make another video. But if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and I will catch you all in my next video.